Do you know where Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, is located? Let's take a journey to the heights of the Himalayas, where the majestic Mount Everest stands tall, a testament to the grandeur of our natural world. Nestled on the border between two fascinating countries, Nepal and Tibet, Everest reaches skyward, an icon of adventure and exploration. The Himalayas, home to Mount Everest, stretch across 5 countries, forming a barrier of snow-capped peaks and rugged landscapes. This mountain range is not just a geographical marvel, but it's also a cultural symbol, revered in local mythology and folklore. The name Everest itself holds a certain mystique, named after Sir George Everest, the British Surveyor General of India. But it's the location of Mount Everest, straddling the boundary of Nepal and Tibet, that truly sets it apart. To the south, in Nepal, the mountain is known as Sagam, an embodiment of the sky-reaching aspirations of the Nepalese. To the north, in Tibet, it is called Chomolungma, respected as the mother goddess of the world. This duality of names reflects the cultural significance of Everest in both regions, adding to its allure. The geographical features of Mount Everest are equally captivating. Towering at a staggering height of over 29,000 feet, it's the tallest peak above sea level on Earth. The mountain's stature is a result of the tectonic forces that shape the Himalayas, a process that continues to this day, pushing Everest a few millimeters higher each year. Mount Everest's location also presents unique climatic conditions. The peak endures some of the harshest weather on the planet, where the jet stream can batter it with winds exceeding 200 miles per hour, and temperatures can plummet to -80 degrees Celsius. The mountain's rugged terrain, extreme weather, and sheer height make it one of the most formidable and fascinating places on Earth. So the next time someone asks you where Mount Everest is, you'll know it's proudly standing in the mighty Himalayas, straddling the border of Nepal and Tibet. Ever wondered who first stood atop this towering behemoth of nature? The answer takes us back to the mid-20th century, a time when technology was less advanced and the spirit of adventure held an irresistible allure. The year was 1953, a momentous year in the annals of mountaineering history. This was when 2 brave souls, Sir Edmund Hillary of New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay, a Sherpa of Nepal, ascended the highest peak in the world, Mount Everest. The journey was nothing short of legendary. Imagine the pair, bundled up in their primitive climbing gear, battling against the bitter cold, strong winds, and the treacherous terrain. They faced the risk of avalanches, falling into crevasses, and the ever-looming threat of altitude sickness. The higher they climbed, the thinner the air became, making every breath a struggle. Yet, they pressed on, driven by sheer determination and a shared dream. Hillary, a beekeeper turned mountaineer from New Zealand, and Norgay, a Sherpa who had been born in the shadow of Everest and had climbed it several times before. Despite their different backgrounds, they were united in their ambition to conquer the world's highest peak. Their ascent was not without its share of trials. At one point, Hillary found himself dangling over a crevasse, saved only by Norgay's quick thinking and steady hand. But they faced each obstacle together, with unwavering resolve and mutual trust. Finally, on the morning of May 29, 1953, they reached the summit. The sight that greeted them was unparalleled, a vast expanse of snow and ice, the world spread out beneath them. They had conquered Everest, achieving a feat that many had considered impossible. Their triumph was more than just a personal victory. It was a testament to human resilience, to the indomitable spirit that drives us to push our boundaries, to reach for the stars, or in this case, the peak of the world. It was the dawn of a new era in mountaineering, inspiring countless others to follow in their footsteps and brave the mighty Everest. The news of their achievement spread worldwide, heralding a wave of admiration and inspiration. The Queen of England knighted Hillary, and Norgay was awarded the George Medal, the United Kingdom's second highest civilian award for bravery. They had not only climbed Everest, but also scaled new heights of human endeavor. As we look back at their journey, we are reminded of the power of perseverance and the strength of the human spirit. Their story teaches us that no peak is too high, no challenge too great, if we dare to dream and have the courage to pursue those dreams. Thus, Sir Edmund Hillary of New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay a Sherpa of Nepal, etched their names in history as the first to conquer Mount Everest. Now, imagine climbing not just Everest, but all 14 of the world's 8,000-meter peaks in just over 6 months. That's exactly what Nepali climber Nirmal Purja accomplished in 2019, setting a record that left the world in awe. This feat was part of his audacious Project Possible challenge. What does it take to achieve something so monumental? It's not just about physical strength, although that's certainly a crucial element. It's about mental fortitude, a relentless spirit, and an unwavering belief in one's abilities. Nirmal Purja had all of these in abundance. Climbing the world's highest peaks, each over 8,000 meters above sea level, is not for the faint-hearted. Every step is a battle against gravity, against the thinning air, and against one's own physical limitations. The higher you climb, the harder it gets. Your muscles scream for oxygen, your heart pounds like a drum, and your lungs gasp for air. Yet Nirmal Purja climbed one peak after another, pushing his body and mind to their absolute limits, and then some more. But it was more than just a physical challenge. The mental strength required for such an endeavor is nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine the constant threat of avalanches, the unrelenting cold, the isolation, and the sheer magnitude of the task at hand. It would be enough to break even the toughest of us. But not Nirmal Purja. With every summit, he proved that human will is an indomitable force. And then there's the logistical challenge. Managing supplies, monitoring weather conditions, and coordinating rescue efforts if things go wrong. The margin for error is razor thin, and the consequences of a mistake, fatal. Nirmal Purja navigated all these complexities with the precision of a seasoned mountaineer. So, Nirmal Purja set a new benchmark in mountaineering, completing the fastest ascent of the world's highest peaks, including Everest, in record time. His journey serves as a testament to what humans can achieve when they dare to dream big, push their limits, and refuse to give in to adversity. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? We've traversed the mighty Himalayas, straddling the border between Nepal and Tibet, to the very apex of our world, Mount Everest. We've journeyed back in time to May 29th, 1953, when Sir Edmund Hillary of New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay, a Sherpa of Nepal, first foot on its icy summit. Their tenacity and courage set a precedent for all who dared to follow. We've also raced against the clock with Nirmal Purja, who in 2019 shattered records with his speed ascent of Everest as part of his Project Possible challenge. Purja scaled all 14 of the world's 8,000-meter peaks, including Everest, in just over 6 months. From its majestic location to the pioneers and speed climbers who've conquered its heights, Mount Everest continues to inspire and challenge adventurers worldwide. So, will you heed the call of Everest? It's a journey unlike any other.